Welcome, everyone. We've got a brand new week ahead of us here, and we're going to start it off with Score football. Yeah, we're going to break a half case of Score tonight. And as we typically do, I'm going to go over a little bit of information before I actually get started ripping. So while everybody's getting in and getting settled, let's go ahead and get that up on the screen and we'll start rolling through it. So my feedback is set up to be automated on eBay. And what that means to you is that anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. So a little bit of a win-win there, and no waiting, which I personally happen to be a fan of. And then, of course, the other thing there is to say thank you. I do always appreciate you being here, bidding and breaking with me, chatting with me. Many of you come and keep me company, and I am glad to have you. We are taking a look next at what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night we're going to be breaking Select Baseball, and we will be breaking that by the full case. I really do think that's the last of it this time. Of course, I thought that was the last of it once before, and then I found that other case, but I really do think it might actually be the last of it this time. On Wednesday night, we're going to break a case of Noir Basketball, and that will be the last of the Noir Basketball. On Thursday, we're going to break another 12-box case of Diamond Kings Baseball, and that's an inner case, but listen, it's still a 12-box case. Basically, Panini takes two 12-box cases and they put them in one bigger box, and they call that a master case, hence the 12-box cases being quote-unquote inner cases. I know, so weird, but that's how they do it. On Friday night, we have a lot of new products coming, and one of them was originally supposed to be Wednesday, and they told me even as late as Saturday, oh yeah, it's definitely coming Wednesday. And then this morning, guess what I found out? Yeah, not coming till Friday. So I canceled all the Wednesday auctions, and they will be relisted tomorrow night on a 3-day run. So Prism Baseball will be added into our Friday night lineup, but it's not currently listed on eBay. We'll also break a full case of Leaf Flash Football and Topps Finest Baseball. All those things come out Friday. And there's actually another product or two that come out the same day, but we're not going to deal with those right now. we're just going to deal with Flash and Finest and Prism. Saturday and Sunday will both be off nights. I'll be sorting my little hands to the bone after all that stuff we break on Friday. So here's what you need to know about shipping. So the deal is this. I am hoping to have this out the door tonight by Thursday. So on or before Thursday is the goal. Now, you see it says plus or minus a day there. And you know what? That's just because sometimes things happen and something comes up. It might go a day later. And if everything goes swimmingly, as they say, might go out a day earlier. So that's a guideline. Thursday's a guideline, but usually I get pretty close to the mark. Maybe not always on it, but pretty close. And we don't need to worry about consolation cards in here. Every team is going to pull cards, so we should be good there. The last thing we need to talk about that you see on this page, veteran base. Okay, said it in the title, said it in the description. Surely everybody saw it. Veteran base had its own bidding category. It does not ship to the teams. The teams get everything else, just not the veteran base. All right, so it is a 6-box break of Score Football. This is a half case quantity. It is break number 2. It ended tonight on eBay the same night we are breaking it, which is Monday night, the 15th of June. You will see the team names on the left-hand side. The eBay user ID of each winning bidder is up in lights across from their team on the opposite side. And then, of course, down at the very bottom, you see our veteran base category. So all veteran base goes to that bidder. Everybody's all paid up tonight, which is awesome. Thank you. We don't have to worry about finding homes for orphan teams or anything. It's great. Last little piece of business. Yep, that's me. I'm making the background blurry. I'm doing it on purpose. Don't worry, though. We're going to be able to see our cards with no problems. So I don't like using autofocus. It makes a hot mess, I think. It's always zooming in and out and freaking me out, and I don't know. I don't like it. So we don't use it around here. That's the deal. So here's the deal with Score. You will see that it says find 4 autographs per box and Panini's favorite 2 words in the world on average. Here's what that means. Occasionally, they mess up and they don't give us maybe what we are due. And at other times, they replace one of our hits with a rewards point card. And if they replace a hit with a points card, we will, of course, use random.org to give that points card out at the end of the break. And otherwise, you know, we carry onward. And I just realized I left something sitting in the other room that I think we might need. So give me 1 second to go grab it, and I'll be right back with you. Yes, I made myself a little cheat sheet, sort of. So some of the names that I have a hard time remembering, I wrote them down and hoping that that's going to help me remember some of these guys, because of course our rookies are in their collegiate uniforms. And yeah, draft's been a while ago now. My poor tired old brain, I've got to try to memorize it, and I haven't quite gotten it done yet, so hence the cheat sheet. Okay, so guys, this is an example of a veteran base. And also, do I need to change that again? Maybe I do. Maybe we'll tweak that just a teensy tiny little bit more. Let's see how that does. Oh, there you go. Now we can see it up nice and close. So this is veteran base, right? Anything where they're in a pro uniform and it's a standard base card doesn't go to the teams. It goes to the veteran base category. You know that because you can see their little symbol up there at the top. Now, of course, if we find something that is numbered or an insert or an autograph or a parallel of some sort, those do ship to the teams. The only thing that doesn't go to the teams, literally plain veteran base. Okay, so hopefully that's fairly self-explanatory. If it's not, you can hit me up in chat and let me know. The first thing that we see here, it is a hollow foil, nice low numbered one at that. It looks like that says to 6, doesn't it? Yeah, which is weird. One would think it would maybe be to 5 or something, but it's to 6. And it is Grant Delpit, and that's going to go to the Browns. That's the first one we see. Now this, of course, it's got the Seahawks logo, but it's an insert, so it's going to go to the Seahawks. It's not a base card. We're going to find plenty of these where we have 3 different teams or sometimes 2 different teams on there. At any rate, multiple teams on one card. Each of those that we find will sit right up there in housekeeping. At the end of the night, we'll find them a home. Under the radar, another insert. Then you've got, we're going to be starting with our rookies. We'll see plenty of these too. If any are numbered, I will point them out to you. If not, in subsequent boxes, we'll just buzz right on through them. A.J. Dillon is the Packers, by the way. And then we'll have a selection of rookie base cards. These also go to the teams because they are rookie cards. They are not veteran players. So rookie base, any insert, any autograph, any numbered card, any parallel to the teams. Only the veteran base doesn't go to the teams. Hopefully that made sense. T-Man, how are you? You said the hope the weekend was good to me. Well, I can't complain too much about the weekend. I got a lot of stuff done. I never get as much done as I mean to get done, but I try. So as you can see, we know that there's base up to a certain point and then start the inserts and the rookies. So in the essence of not being here all night, we're generally speaking going to go right to that point. Now this is a parallel with the gray border, and they are not numbered, but we'll find lots of them. There'll be some for rookies, there will be some for veterans, but regardless, they go, of course, to teams, not to veteran base because, well, they're not base, right? Yeah. So that's how that's going to work. And it looks like we have got our very first autograph of the night coming out. And it is Rico Dowdle. I started to say the next one. It's not the next one. It's the first one. So let me look here at my little sheet and tell you that Rico is a Dallas Cowboy. So the Cowboys for Rico. Then we're going to have all of our rookie, of course, rookie base coming in behind that. Every pack is structured the same way, which makes it kind of handy. We can just move through it with a little bit more ease that way. All right, and there's your last veteran base out of that hunk. Bringing us to a hollow foil Desmond Trufant. That is numbered 250, if I would hold it the right way. And that goes to the Atlanta Falcons. There's a nice little Tua insert. Another multiple team card. And then a big pile of rookies. All right. And so on and so forth we go. T-Man says he's just dandy. Yeah, I tell you what, it started off kind of being a little bit of a Monday in that I found out pretty early in the morning, as I mentioned before, that the release that one of my distributors had assured me over the weekend really was coming out on Wednesday. Really wasn't. Not coming out till Friday, so I had to deal with a bunch of that stuff this morning. But other than that, it's been a pretty good Monday. Not so much for Major League Baseball, though. Those idiots aren't ever going to come to an agreement. This is numbered to 35. It is Hunter Bryant with a hollow foil insert. And Hunter goes to, survey says, the Lions. There's a Saints insert, Rams insert, another one going up top there. And you know, pretty much up until today, the baseball commissioner, Manfred, has been saying, oh, well, if the two sides can't work out a deal, you know, I'm just going to mandate that we play, because that was in the agreement that they signed way back at the start of all of this, that he could mandate a 50-game series, whatever, 50 regular season games. And so he's been saying all along, yeah, we're definitely going to play, because if nothing else, I'll do that. And then today he kind of backpedals from that, like, oh, well, I don't know, maybe I'm not sure if we're going to get a game or season going or whatever. It's like, what happened to Mr., you know, I've got it under control? He apparently doesn't, so. All right, we have ourselves, a little veteran autograph. Now, of course, again, autographs, even though it is a veteran, autographs go to the teams. It's a hit, it's not base. So it is a Darren Waller autograph that heads to the now known as Las Vegas Raiders. It's still super hard for me to say Las Vegas. I want to say Oakland Raiders. I keep wanting to list them as the Oakland Raiders. I have a really hard time reminding myself, no, they are not the Oakland Raiders. They're the Vegas Raiders. And of course, my worst case scenario, I keep being afraid like I'm going to list them both ways, that I'll remember them as Las Vegas Raiders at the top, and then I'll somehow forget and also list them at the bottom as Oakland Raiders. So that's my greatest fear. It's Justin Jefferson gray border. One for the Panthers, one for our housekeeping pile, Viking, and a Brian Edwards autograph. And Brian goes to, I believe, the Raiders as well. And that is hollow foil, gold, numbered to 50. So, Raiders, back-to-back hits. How about that? So, yeah, if you guys ever notice that I've done something dumb like that, please tell me. Somebody messaged me today and said, did you realize that you have the Noir basketball, that you have the Washington Wizards listed as the Washington Nationals? It's like, oh, no, I did not know that. And, of course, it had a bid on it, so I couldn't change it. But I did message the person who had bid on it and ask them if they would be kind enough to retract their bid long enough for me to fix it. And they did, which I was so grateful for. Alvin Kamara, gray border. So now it is fixed. Justin Herbert. There's Chargers and Packers. And this one is numbered to 100 for the 49ers. An under the radar insert of Raheem Mostert. So, yeah, I was happy about that. And I learned something else today with my dear old friend eBay, which is that you cannot change the duration of an auction to make it longer. You can make it shorter, apparently, but you cannot make it longer. So, because you know, the 3-day one I was telling you about that I had put up for Prism Baseball over the weekend, believing that it was coming out Wednesday, I just wanted to make it a 5-day listing, and then it would have been perfect. And you can't edit them forward. You can take a 5-day to a 3, but not a 3-day to a 5. Isn't that weird? Yeah, I thought it was. Anyway. That coal goes to the Bears, I believe, if I remember that correctly. Of course, I do look all that stuff up before it actually ships out the door, so you don't have to worry about that. I will double check it. T-Man says, greed is not always good. Major League Baseball needs to stop watching the movie Wall Street. Yeah, I mean, essentially the players just aren't going to budge. They want 100% of that prorated salary no matter how many games they play. That's the amount they want. They're not willing to negotiate it, and the owners keep throwing out all these proposals, and the players just haven't budged off of that demand, and so therefore we're at this impasse, and I really don't believe they're going to get a season played, personally. That is numbered to 100, and it is Lipscomb, Kalijah Lipscomb, and I think I have him written down. Hang on a second. Let's just take a little look here. Kalijah Lipscomb is a Kansas City Chief. Yeah, so. And of course, those guys, man, those players, they got their year service time already. They got that up front, which for anybody, ultimately, that means a lot of money. Now, some of them, of course, that are closer to free agency or arbitration, they're going to see their money sooner. But for anybody to get a year of service time added on and not have to play a game, that's pretty good. And you could potentially have all these guys who were free agents and signed big deals. Think your Mookie Betts and guys like this, who, or even some of the people Reds picked up maybe, signed them on one-year deals. They could potentially get their money and be free agents again before they ever play a game in uniform for the team that they signed with. Isn't that crazy to think about? All right, our autograph is Henry Ruggs III. And Henry Ruggs, you would think I'd have him memorized by now. He is also a Raider. So we are awash in Raiders tonight. Bunches and bunches of Raiders autographs. So that takes care of box number 1 of 6. We are tearing into box number 2 right now. Yeah, did I not say that Cole was the Bears? Cole Kemet? I thought I did say it was the Bears. Did I not? If I didn't, I apologize. That was an insert, I believe. I don't think it was an autograph, but I do remember talking about him. I honestly thought I said Bears, so sorry about that, T-Man, if I misspoke on that one. I see you typed it in over there, which leads me to believe maybe I did say the wrong team. I don't know. But if I did, sorry. Okay, we've got the Vikings, another multi-team card. On this side, the Bears. There's a nice little Chase Young insert, one for the Bucks, and a whole bunch of rookie. And I happen to know that the bidder who has the Redskins tonight had a family member many years ago that played for the Redskins, which I thought was really cool. Sent me a message before the break telling me about it, and it with a team photo, which was really cool. You know, back in the old school football days when they wore the little leather helmets and all that. It was pretty fun. So it's kind of neat to have a relative play pro football. I think it would be neat anyway. For the Rams, number 235. That is Aaron Donald. Gives you a little bit of an extra connection to the team, I would imagine. Some fun history. I don't have any family members that did that. We weren't, I guess, particularly athletic. Well, my dad was. My dad was athletic. He, in fact, my dad would have had a basketball scholarship, but he got in a car wreck when he was in high school before he graduated and messed up his knee, and then ended up not being able to play, or he was a pretty good little basketball player, I believe. Numbered to 50. This man's been playing for 100 years. Adam Vinatieri. That is a hollow foil for the Colts. But I guess that's probably the closest we've come to being athletically inclined in my family. And I mean, my dad golfed and other stuff, but I mean, I'm talking about, potentially playing at a higher level organized sports. Oh, gotcha, T-Man. You were just verifying that I had called out Cole, because I guess I said that I'd check it. Because I do. I always check them before I ship them. I just feel like I should. I don't want to make any mistakes, obviously, and products like this, where everybody's in their collegiate uniform, can be a little more challenging, so I double check them. Make sure everybody's getting what they're due to receive. So a Derek Brown autograph comes out next, and Derek Brown is a Carolina Panther. Yeah, honestly, I always look forward to the first product of the year where the rookies are in their pro uniforms. Of course, by the time it gets there, I've often memorized a good amount of the checklist of rookies that we see frequently, but it's still so much faster when you don't have to stop and have that extra thought about where somebody goes. You just see it, and, the logo's on there, and you can just sort it and go. It is a lot faster. So I'm always so relieved when we see Elite Football, which is historically the first product of the year where they're in pro uniforms. Jermichael Hasty is the next autograph, and Jermichael Hasty goes to the 49ers. So far, everybody's been on my little cheat sheet that I've needed to look up, so that's helpful. Of course, I'll have to be careful. I'll start relying on that and not memorize it, so I need to wean myself off of that too, truthfully. Jacksonville, numbered 2/100, Chris Conley. Insert for the Vikings, and another one for the Chargers, one for the Packers. We saw Justin Herbert insert go by a moment ago, and then a bunch of base rookies. But because they are rookies, they go to the team, so I should clarify that. I feel like because I said the word base, somebody's going to be thinking, oh, that's veteran base. No, not rookies. Rookies don't fall under that part. Okay, we have got a numbered Anthony Gordon. I believe that is the Seahawks. That is numbered 2/100. There's an Okuda insert for the Lions. Insert for the Giants. There's a little Jake Fromm for Buffalo. And that takes care of that one. I also think, didn't I see a headline? I did not have time to click into the article, but some of you all may have. I think I saw a headline go by that said a bunch of Major League Baseball people have come down with COVID, like here recently. Am I right about that? It's Charles Hyde for the Texans. Because if so, that's just another reason you can think they're not going to be playing. If they are a bunch of them coming down with that, they would not risk having that spread around. And then, of course, even the NBA, who has already agreed to a season and agreed to a start time and found a facility and the whole deal, they're now kind of even, I guess, maybe backpedaling's not the right word, but one of the players went on Twitter and basically said, well, if LeBron wants to play, we're going to have to play no matter what. And if he doesn't want to play, then we're not going to be playing. So essentially, LeBron James will be making the decision on whether or not they carry on with their plan to resume the NBA, I guess. So every day brings something different, doesn't it? Van Jefferson out of that pack, and good old Van Jefferson goes to the Rams. I guess eventually we'll get some kind of something going. Won't have fans in the stands, but I think they said they were going to pipe in crowd noise, and you've probably seen some stuff from overseas where some of the teams put, you know, dummies and things like that in the stands so it looked like people were sitting there, I guess, and then piping in the noise and whatever. So, I don't know. Trying to make the players, I guess, feel like they had crowd there or something. Who knows? All right, we've got Benjamin Victor as our last autograph out, and that is the Giants for Benjamin Victor. And there's the rest of our little base, which concludes box number 2 of 6. Hi, Joker. Chat room's quiet tonight, Joker. You and T-Man are the only ones chatting. Everybody else is like, oh, it's Monday. We don't want to chat. It's Monday. Yeah, I don't blame you. Mondays can be that way for sure. Yeah, so Joker, since Veteran Base doesn't ship, what we're doing is kind of a, as you see, a real quick shuffle through what we know to be the Veteran Base at the top of every pack, and then we go right into our inserts and our rookies and all the stuff that does ship to the teams. That is numbered to 100, and it's number 100 of 100. You know I like it when that happens. I like first in the series and last in the series. So that is Terrell Lewis, and Terrell goes to the Rams. I know I'm still having to look these up, but hey, at least I've got the sheet for the ones I can't think of off the top of my head. So every little bit helps, right? You're here to liven things up a little? All right, well, cool. Bring it on. I will take it. I'm a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Slow? Not really slow. I'm a little, I don't know, not quite as peppy myself as normal today. I don't know. I did not sleep well, and so I'm kind of tired tonight. I'm a little draggy myself, so I do feel your Monday pain, those of you who are having it. I share it. I do. Justin Jefferson autograph. And Justin, let's take a little look here. Justin Jefferson is headed to the Vikings, Minnesota. And then our little stack of rookies. It's nice that they put the packs together this way, frankly. I like that they do, because you can get through it a lot easier that way. Joker, what we do with the veteran cards is that they have a separate bidding spot. So someone bought all the veteran cards. So that person will literally get every card that doesn't go to the teams. All the veteran base goes to that bidding spot. Every once in a while with Score, we'll do a break where we ship all the cards, but that is infrequent because in a half case, there are, I think, right around 2,500 cards, something like that, which is an incredible amount of cards to sort. The shipping is not really so much the issue. It is the sorting that is a huge issue. And I mean, shipping becomes an issue when it exceeds the first class weight limit and all that. There's lots of reasons why we break out the veteran base, but the primary one is that most people don't care a lot about it, and there's a lot of it, and this just gets you what you want, and the people who do want the veteran base can bid on it separately. This is numbered to 50. It is a hollow foil Gardner Minshew. So that's a nice veteran hit for Jacksonville. And our second veteran autograph out tonight amongst our rookies. Gardner feels like he should still be a rookie. Not in the way that he plays, just that until we see the new guys on the field, I always think of the old guys, the previous year's rookies. I always still think of them as rookies until I see the new guys on the field. I don't know why. Just the way I think of it. Numbered to 50. This one goes to the Texans, Whitney Merciless. And there's all your rookie base. And that's it. That gets that pack done. T-Man, you need some mojo for a Lamar Jackson autograph. All right, we'll work on that for your Ravens. See what we can come up with. Yeah, Joker, it is a lot of base. I mean, there are certain products that I ship the base anyway, but other products like this one where, you know, I mean, I don't want to say that the base doesn't have value because it does have some value, but it doesn't have an extremely high value for veteran base. That is numbered to 100, Chase Young. Of course, that goes to the Redskins. So that's generally the ones, the products like this and, you know, Hoops and Donruss Flagship Football, Donruss Flagship Baseball. Some of those kinds of products are the ones where I tend to just pull out veteran base and put it as its own bidding category. And then set builders, if they want it, can grab it. And then other people who aren't interested in it, they don't care. Because I just found over the years, a lot of people were telling me, oh, yeah, I don't care about the base in Score, or I don't care about the base in, you know, Donruss or whatever. So we just eliminated that. And then that way you also get it a little faster because I'm not trying to sort 2,500 cards. Makes things a little easier on both sides, shipping included. All right, we have got a Bradley autograph. And I don't know where Sean Bradley goes, and I don't think I have Sean Bradley written down, truthfully. Oh, I do have him written down. Eagles. Huh. See, I didn't even know I had him written down. There you go. I didn't think I had it, and I did. So the Eagles with a Sean Bradley autograph. All right, let's get into the heart of things there. It's James Morgan, and that's just the gray border. It is not numbered. James Morgan is maybe the Jets. I'm not going to swear to that, but maybe. Uh-oh, what's my... I hear Kitty making some kind of noise that sounds not good in there. I'm not sure what that noise was, but sometimes they do some interesting stuff. Yeah. And they like to wait until they know I'm busy, because I'm the only one that'll fuss at them. So if they want to get into something, they wait till I'm breaking, and then they're like, ooh, look at that. No one catch me now. Marquise Hollywood Brown to 100, the Ravens. Yeah, I don't know. They probably don't have quite that. They're probably not quite that devious. They probably don't really plan it out, but it just seems like they do. That's all. We've got a hollow foil T.J. Hawkinson. That is going to the Lions. It's another low-numbered one. We had a nice low number to 6 earlier, and here's another one. Number 5 of 6 hollow foil going to Detroit. Alrighty, we're getting there. Slowly but surely we are making progress. Alright. Got a Falcon Matt Ryan with the gray border. Of course, again, those are not numbered, but they are obviously parallels. Another Jake Fromm insert. Got one for the Rams, one for our housekeeping pile, and a Perkins autograph. Bryce Perkins. Bryce Perkins is the Rams, I think. Well, I don't know why they insist on having them go in different directions in the same pack. Just face them all the same way, Panini. Come on, man. That would make everybody's life easier. All right, we have opened 3. We have 3 left, so we are at our halfway point right now. Oy. Oh my gosh, remedial box opening, right? I need to take a class, box opening 101. Oh my gosh, what are they doing? I'm just hearing all kinds of things that don't sound good. I don't know what they have done, but they've done something, those cats. Yeah, who knows? I guess as long as they don't tear the house down, it'll be all right. All righty. Another one up there into our giant pile of multi-team cards. And there we go. We are starting out with a hollow foil. This one is, why? And again, some of these, the numbers face inward, and some of them, the numbers face outward. And I've yet to figure out which ones go in and which ones go out clearly, because I turn them the wrong way just about every time. But that is numbered 210, and it is Christian Fulton. And do I have Christian Fulton written down? I do. He goes to the Titans. Yeah, I don't know why they do some of that stuff. I just wish it would just be in one direction all the time. Face in or face out? But Friday's going to be crazy busy with all those new releases. In addition to the 3 that we are actually breaking, Pro Debut comes out on Friday, and I think Sage Aspire might come out on Friday, and Something else. Maybe Big League Baseball? Something. There's a bunch of products come out on Friday, and the vast majority of them are baseball. Number to 100 for the Vikings. That is Dalvin Cook. So it would have been kind of nice if we really had gotten Prism on Wednesday just to space things out a little, but of course Panini, didn't bother to announce that until this morning. And you know that they had to know on Friday that they were not ready to ship that product out on Monday. I mean, they had to have known that. And to not tell anybody until Monday, I was like, come on, Panini, you can do better than that. But I guess they've got a hard way to go to trying to get caught up on everything. Here comes a good one for the Lions. And this is Jeff Okudah, except there's a card stuck to it. We'll try that again. This is Jeff Okudah for the Lions. All right, the Texans. Broncos, there's an Okudah insert. There is an insert for the Giants. You know who else they announced came down with COVID? Ezekiel Elliott, by the way. Yeah, so I guess he came out and announced that, I guess today or over the weekend, anyway, recently, that he's tested positive. James Robinson. And James is going to the Jags, Jacksonville. I think there's going to be a whole bunch more people come down with it in the near future because at least around here, it seems like since the restrictions have been, what's the word I'm looking for, loosened, that, yeah. People are just running around like nothing's going on, but whoops, there is still some little nasty stuff flying around that you can catch. And so, since they're out acting like nothing's going on, well, they're catching it. This is number 2/100 for the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. But of course, it's also possible to get it even when you do take every precaution, so doesn't really matter one way or the other. If it's coming for you, it's coming for you, I guess. Let's just hope it doesn't take our football season. We've got a hollow foil for the Texans. Lots of hollow foil tonight. Numbered to 35 is this one. And that has been Darek McKinney. Of course, in our last break of score, we had a Tua come out, a cracked ice Tua, if I remember right. I just shipped that out today. You'd think I would remember, but I didn't look at it much after we pulled it. I put it in a case right the night we pulled it, and then I just tucked it safely away until time to ship it out. But I'm pretty sure it was a cracked ice. But I wouldn't mind at all to find another one tonight. And of course, since these are not from the same case, we definitely could find another one tonight easily. Have that possibility. Number 2/100, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, you all know, many of you, most of you, that that's my philosophy anyway. There are definitely people who don't want to break things if they don't come from when they're loose box breaks. I am never that person because I think I've got better odds that way, honestly. Unless it's something that has a massive case hit and you want to be guaranteed to get the case hit. Then, of course, I understand that. But in the absence of looking for a case hit, Oh yeah, I'm always a fan of loose box breaks because you could easily pull two of somebody hot because they've come from different places. Whereas in the same case, you'd be unlikely to pull two of, say, the top-rated player. Well, there's a Cole autograph. We talked about him earlier when we had an insert for him, I believe. And now we have some ink for him, or maybe the other one was ink too, but that is the Bears. And we will, of course, recap after we look at everything and see what else we have for him. We'll be recapping our numbered cards and our autograph cards. Okay, we've got here a Kareem Hunt. We're doing well with veteran autographs tonight. Kareem Hunt as a Cleveland Brown. Of course, I pulled a ton of Kareem Hunts his rookie year for the Chiefs, and then we all know what happened to him after that. And I think that might be, we already looked at this, right? I think that might be the first Kareem Hunt autograph I've pulled as a Brown. I think it is. All right, 4 down, 2 to go. As we roll on down the road, and once again, I can't get the box open. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, one for housekeeping. 49ers, we've got an autograph for Cortland Sutton. We are rolling on the vet autographs tonight. I just knocked over my pile of sleeves. Tag on it. So the Broncos get a Cortland Sutton autograph. And a little stack of rookies. I'm going to move those this time so I don't look at them like I did the last time and go, are those veteran base? Yeah, we'll just move them and then we'll know. Ooh, Redskins. Here you go. Chase Young. If you got the Redskins, that is exactly 100% who you want to pull. And give me 1 second. Sorry, I stacked something in the spot. I didn't mean to stack it over there, and I just wanted to fix it real quickly. A Chase Young autograph comes out for the Washington Redskins. Hollow foil, gold, numbered to 50. Look at that little tiny autograph, isn't it? He's got all that space in that little tiny autograph. So Redskins, congrats. Nice one with your Chase Young. Looks like this one will be numbered to 100. The blue generally are. And, of course, I've got it facing the wrong way. Brian Herrien is our player on this one. Brian goes to the Browns. There's a Burrow insert. Just up the road from the Browns, or down the road from the Browns. For the Bengals, the Joe Burrow. T-Man, you like that Chase Young? Yeah, it was a nice one. I don't know how much you can tell, but the top card on this has a little bend in the corner right out of the pack. And we had this problem with some of the veteran base in the other group of this that we opened, where they were coming right out of the box with those top few cards in every pack just having a slight bit of a bend on one of the corners. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that one caught my eye, so I guess that's a thing this year that we're going to see from time to time, even right out of the pack. But Sean Bradley. Didn't we see Sean Bradley a while ago? I think we did, didn't we? Because I said, oh, who's Sean? Where do I have him written down? And I did. Wasn't he the Eagles? And I think he was, and he is. And I think that's the second one. I think that is a bookend, Sean Bradley. We definitely called his name before. I guess technically it could have been an insert and not an autograph, but we called his name earlier. That much I do remember. Okie dokie. There's one for the Colts. There's a Justin Jefferson. The Niners. A Chenault. One for the Cowboys. This one is numbered. It is to 100 with Amari Cooper for Dallas. And you know, they push back. This is kind of off subject of sports a little bit, but they pushed back a bunch of movie premiere dates again. And I was kind of bummed because there's a couple of them I've been wanting to see. And of course, they already moved the dates once. Now they've moved them back again. And I was like, oh, I mean, come on. I want to see a movie. Of course, I may not want to go sit in the theater to do it. So even though I want to see it, I don't know. Might wait for video. Number 220. That goes to Cincinnati. It's a hollow foil. John Ross. Bengals. I'm going to Tua insert. And our movie theaters here technically could reopen by the letter of the law, meaning the state has told them it's okay to reopen if they follow certain guidelines. But the chain itself, the chain as a whole, as an entity, has said, no, we're not going to reopen until probably July. So, well, for one thing, I don't think they have any content. I mean, everybody's moved all their release dates. They've got nothing to exhibit, nothing to show. And for another, yeah, they probably don't want to deal with it either. I'd say it's probably going to take a bit of extra work on their part to be able to be open and functioning, so maybe they're just as glad to wait. T-Man bought some Score wax boxes, and they all have one or two bent corner cards. One of them was a Justin Herbert rookie. Yeah, my problem with most of the ones I've seen have been the cards on the top, which of course are the veteran base. I haven't noticed a whole lot of it from the cards on the bottom, which are always, of course, in this pack configuration, the rookies. But yeah, they've got something going on with the way they're packaging these things, and I don't quite know what it is, but there's something going on with it this year. It's a hollow foil. It is numbered to 35. Hunter Henry for the Chargers. I think I've got a bunch of Hunter Henry autographs somewhere around here. And I don't really know why. I mean, because that's not even my team. I probably just missed the Steelers one night and bid on the Chargers or something. I don't know. But I remember they were redemptions, and I had to wait forever to get them. And then it's like, who cares? You know, I probably paid a ton for them at the time. By the time the redemptions actually were redeemed and sent to me, it didn't matter. They were worth like a nickel. Which happens, doesn't it? This is numbered to 50. It is a hollow foil Calvin Ridley. Actually happened to me with an Ezekiel Elliott rookie autograph. And that one I had because the person who bought the team that night didn't pay for it. And that was back before I made it just a hard and fast rule, and I don't hold teams anymore. We just sell them. You know, if somebody doesn't pay for them, we sell them in chat. But back then, several years ago, when he was a rookie, I wasn't doing that. I was a lot more trusting then, see. And I would think, oh, people are going to pay me. And even after hitting the Ezekiel Elliott rookie, the person still did not pay me, so I inherited the card, the redemption. And I should have just sold it as a redemption, but I didn't. I wanted to get it and possibly get it graded. It took like almost 2 years for that thing to get here. And of course, it still had some value, but nowhere near the value it had when he was a rookie and hot, and, you know, everybody wanted it. So I just kept it. But it was a hard signed autograph. I think that's part of the reason why, is because it wasn't a sticker, so those always take longer. So Kelly Bryant. Kelly Bryant is an undrafted free agent. To the best of my knowledge, he is not yet signed with anyone. And unless he has signed with someone in the last, I don't know, week or so, since the last time I checked, I do not believe that he is affiliated with a team. In which case, we will use random.org to give Kelly Bryant a home as well. And if anyone else knows anything different, please let me know, okay? So if anybody has any Kelly Bryant news, see how those are in there? And I think that's why some of the corners get beat up. Like, it's not in the box quite right. And they're all, you know, smushed up there on the top. It doesn't... I mean, the packs are somewhat snug in there, but only because of that. And then I don't think that is much protection. I think that's how they get messed up. But anyway. T-Man, you bought the Falcons tonight looking for Ridley. Well, good then. You like the hollow foil. Awesome. Well, I'm glad we found one for you then. One that you like. That's always a better night when you hit something, isn't it? It's more fun when you hit something. For sure. I'm going to set Kelly Bryant that way so I can add to my stack. And this is Trayvon Diggs. And Trayvon Diggs, I have no earthly. Dallas Cowboys. I didn't even have an educated guess on that one. But, hey, the cheat sheet knew. That's because I spent a bunch of time putting them all on there. So that the ones I could not remember, I could look over there and find out for us. The Dolphins have a hollow foil. It is number 220. And that is Raekwon McMillan for the Miami Dolphins. This is our last box, by the way, and usually we say last box mojo. I didn't this time because I got sidetracked by the way the packs are placed in the box, and I started going down that rabbit hole. But yeah, so we are looking for a little last box mojo here, and hoping that we can come up with something fantastic out of our last box. We're going to try real hard anyway. This is another hollow foil and gold again, numbered 250, and that is Tony Jones Jr. And Tony Jones Jr. is a Saint. Going to New Orleans. And before somebody like writes in and says that's not how you say it, I know that's not how you say it. New Orleans, NOLA, Nolans, they're all the same thing. Personally, I love New Orleans. Haven't been down there in a few years, but I used to go quite regularly. I don't have time much anymore these days, but once upon a time I did, and I love it there. Been there many times. KJ Hill autograph. And there are lots of AJs and KJs and whatnot this year. So let me just double check this. KJ Hill is the Chargers. We've got 3 or 4 AJs and 2 KJs, Hill and Hamler. And yeah, so that's going to be confusing. T-Man, you're looking forward to Select Baseball tomorrow night? Yeah, that'll be kind of a long break since we're doing the whole case. That'll probably take us a couple of hours to get through that. But since it's the last case we had and there's so much more baseball coming down the pike and we still have a lot of baseball here in addition to what's coming, I just decided we would bite the bullet and do the long break and do what will be in a very long sort as well and do the whole case. So bring a snack tomorrow night. Bring a pillow. You might need to take a nap. Depending on how long it takes me to get through it, you'd be like, yeah, I need to snooze before we get done. Could be, could be. The Panthers and Bengals and Panthers again, and another veteran autograph. This one's going to Philadelphia. It's Miles Sanders. Hollow foil as well. Gold, and once again to 50. It's unusual to find, I think, that many veteran autographs in one break of Score. There's always some in here. It's one of the appeals of breaking Score. But it seems like we're finding more tonight than we maybe normally do, so that's cool. There's one for the Seahawks. There's a Jordan Love. One for the Broncos. A housekeeping. The Buffalo Bills. And a whole bunch of other stuff. Watch out for that guy right there. I know. He went to my alma mater. I am biased. I'm not going to say that I'm not. I absolutely am because he graduated from UK. But I think he's going to be good. I'm not sure how I feel about him dropping him in there at running back. I told you that, though. Well, those of you who are tuned in, we talked about this before. I think it's kind of weird that Gruden decided to place him at running back because really he's a lot more versatile than that, and that isn't the position he normally played on a regular. So I don't know what Chucky's thinking there, but I guess he knows what he's thinking. Numbered to 35, Brian Burns and the Panthers. I feel kind of bad for the guy, though, because we know from Hard Knocks what he's in for. Are you with me, man? Knock on wood if you're with me. Oh my gosh. Watching Hard Knocks, I truly thought, if I have to hear that one more time, I am going to lose my mind. I can't imagine being in the room, because I'm sure that he does it way more than we even saw it on film. It's like, oh my gosh, stop doing that, Gruden. Makes me crazy. Numbered to 100, the Seahawks and Trey Flowers. But yeah, if they'll let Lynn Bowden loose and let him do some other things besides just play running back, if they use him properly, he can be very good. So we'll see how it shakes out. But T-Man, you'll make sure to bring a wine glass tomorrow night. Well, I'm jealous. I can't do that while I'm breaking, but hey, it sounds like a good idea. I can agree with that, I guess. All right, so we are winding it down here. We've got this one more little lonely autograph to see. And it is Zach Bond. Do you say that? Bond? How do you say his last name? Maybe that. I don't know. And Zach goes to the Saints. How about that? New Orleans with another one right there at the end. Okay, now, before we recap, we have a few little tasks to take care of. Let me look up real quickly here. And I'm not going to be able to see chat for a minute while I do this, but I'm going to real quickly look up Kelly Bryant and make sure that he hasn't signed somewhere. He had not, as of the last time I checked, which was probably 3 or 4 days ago. But of course, things change. So we're just going to jump in here and make sure. How about that for a plan? And if he's not, then what we will do is give random.org will give him a home, is the idea. Well, and I typed in Jelly Bryant. Good for me. Let's try that again. Or I could have typed it in right and it spell check corrected it. That happens sometimes. I'm not looking and it'll have something crazy on there. So let's see here. Kelly Bryant is still undrafted, unsigned kind of guy. So, yeah, that's what I thought. So we're going to use random.org and we're going to give Kelly Bryant out. We'll do that. We'll do that second. And let me tell you how random's going to work, okay? When we have 9 or fewer, I do random 3 different times and only the third random counts, okay? When we have 10 or more items in a list, which we will have when we do Kelly Bryant because there are 32 football teams, we do random just one single time, and wherever it lands after we randomize, we'll get it. So Kelly Bryant will come in a moment. First, we're going to deal with this. Now, someone brought up to me the last time that when a card is a hit, if someone has 2/3 of it, that we will award it to that team, which is true. Normally on base, that is not how we've done it, but someone said, well, that's probably how we should do it for base too, so I guess we will. So, for instance, this one that has 2 Giants on it, they own 51% or more of the card, like that one with the Buccaneers. So any of these that have the same team on the card twice, like that one, it will go to the team that is on there twice since they own 51% of it. Seahawks getting that one. Any of the rest of these, we will use random.org to award here in a moment. I thought I saw, yeah, that one had 2 Giants on it. 2 Buccaneers. 2 Seahawks. Of course, they brought it up to me last time after we'd already done everything, so it was too late to do anything about it then. But, all right, so that is Seahawks with 51% or more. That's Buccaneers, 51% or more. Giants, Seahawks, Buccaneers, Buccaneers, and Giants. All of those going straight to their respective teams by virtue of owning 51% or more. The rest of these, what I'm going to do is go to random.org and I'm going to type in left, middle, and right. It's very simple. And we will run random 3 different times because obviously we will not have 10 items in our list. We're only going to have 3 in our list. And then that third random will figure out for us whether these cards will go to the team seen on the left, the middle, or the right of each of the respective cards. Okay, so ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. All right, it's going to the team on the left-hand side of each of those cards. So, I did have you on that page, didn't I? Yeah, I did, right? You saw that. I tried to switch it back and then got confused whether or not I had moved it over. I think I had, though. That is in a sleeve I did not obviously mark on your card. That is to remind me where they go when it's time to sort it. So the first one there was Ravens, Ravens on the second one. Packers, Falcons, Saint, Raven, Raven, Packer, Falcon, Giant, Raven, 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 Saint, Raven, Raven, Packer, Saint, Giant, Falcon, Seahawk, Raven, Texan, Giant, Raven, 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 Saint. That's how those are awarded. All right. So that takes care of that little bit of housekeeping. Now we got to find a home for Kelly Bryant, who is an undrafted free agent at the moment. So let's hop over here to our spreadsheet. And from here, I'm going to copy all of our team names, which we're going to take over and paste into random.org. And veteran base goes in here too, because they were a bidding spot, the same as the teams were. So they get an equal chance at this. They paid for their spot, same as the teams did. So that means we actually will have 33 items in our list here. And as such, we will be doing random one time only. And after we randomize the one time, whoever is in the number one bidding spot is going to get the Kelly Bryant card. So scroll through there. You could see everybody got copied and pasted in. Good luck to everyone. Here we go. It goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, so Buccaneers getting Kelly Bryant by way of random. Now, of course, again, you saw that I put that in a sleeve and then put that in a top loader. I wrote on the top loader. Obviously, I did not write on your actual card. Believe it or not, I really do have to say that every time, because the first time that I don't, you know what will happen. You know it and I know it. So we just take care of it, don't we? Numbered cards up first. The blue borders are that are this color blue are to 100, the paper blue. The hollow foil blue are to 35. Then we have our hollow foil gold, and they are, some facing in, some facing out on the numbering, but numbered to 50. Red numbered to 20, to 50, 35, to 20, 100, 100, 100, 35, 100, 100, excuse me, numbered to 10 on the Fulton. That does say 10, yeah, 10. Numbered to 6 for the Lions. That was a hollow foil. That's 100. Why is that in there? I just stacked James Morgan in the totally wrong spot. Excuse me again. That is allergies, by the way. I'm not sick, I promise. That is to 100. This is 50 hollow foil. That is 100, 100, 100. Numbered to 50 on a hollow foil, 35 hollow foil, 100, 100, 35 hollow foil, 50 hollow foil, and numbered to 6, a Delpit hollow foil. So those are our numbered cards that do not have autographs attached. Now, here comes our little stack of hits. So there is Zach Bond. I'm going to pull out my sheet here. We'll read off these teams again, just for the sake of argument, in case somebody's scrolling to the end or whatever. That goes to the Saints. Then we have this nice little hollow foil numbered to 50. That is Miles Sanders. It goes to the Eagles. Then you have a KJ Hill, and KJ Hill goes to the Chargers. Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs is a Dallas Cowboy. Sean Bradley, that is headed to the Eagles, who did pretty well tonight as a whole. This little beauty right here, this is a gold hollow foil to 50. It's for the Redskins with Chase Young. That's a very nice hit. Cortland Sutton, that's the Broncos. Kareem Hunt for the Browns. Cole Kmet, that is the Bears. James Robinson, and James Robinson goes to, why can't I remember him ever? James Robinson is a Jag, going to Jacksonville. Jeff Okudah, that heads to the Lions. And then we have Bryce Perkins, and Bryce goes to the Rams. Here is a hollow foil, numbered to 35, and it is Sean Bradley. So I thought we had 2 Sean Bradleys in here. So they're different looking cards, but they're obviously both going to the Eagles. So nice Gardner Minshew for Jacksonville. Hollow foil gold to 50. A Justin Jefferson. And Justin Jefferson goes to the Vikings. Benjamin Victor comes out next. Benjamin is the Giants. And then we have Van Jefferson. And Van Jefferson is a Ram. Jermichael Hasty. Jermichael goes to the 49ers. And that one is Derek Brown. And Derek Brown is a Panther. Next up is Henry Ruggs. Henry is a Raider. A hollow foil gold numbered to 50. That is Brian Edwards. And Brian is also a Raider. And then you have Darren Waller, who of course is also a Raider. So we had a bunch of Raiders right there in a row. And then we got it started tonight with Rico Dowdle. And Rico is a Dallas Cowboy. Got the boys. All right, so I guess that has got that wrapped up for tonight. Now what I will do is put up spreadsheet information for you one more time. If you missed shipping information or what's coming up in the days ahead, let's talk about that again real quickly. So this should be out the door and on the way to you approximately Thursday. As always, that is plus or minus a day. If the week goes unbelievably well, maybe it goes out a day early. If something goes off the rails a little bit, it could possibly go a day later, which would be Friday. But my hope is that it's going to be rolling out by way of USPS, the post office, to you by Thursday. As a final reminder, of course, the veteran base had its own bidding spot. That's all those cards that we shuffled through very quickly and didn't look at individually. All those going to that veteran base bidding spot. And then, of course, all of our rookie cards, autographs, numbered cards, inserts, and parallels go to the teams as normal. Those are, of course, the cards that we did stop and look at. And what else? What's coming up in the days ahead? Tomorrow night, select baseball by the full case. So, yeah, that was going to take us a while. And on Wednesday, we'll do Noir basketball by the full case. On Thursday night, we're going to do another 12-box case of Diamond Kings baseball, which is technically a quote-unquote inner case. On Friday, lots of new stuff coming out. It'll be a 12-box case of Flash football, an 8-box case of Finest baseball, and then we will do a half case of Prism baseball, which isn't listed yet on eBay. It's a long story, but it'll go up tomorrow. And it'll be a 3-day auction. It'll plug in there to end on Friday night as well. Then both Saturday and Sunday will be off nights. All right, so there you go. That is the break and the recap and the info. Venom says, what was the Rugs? I mean, I don't know. We saw it in the recap. It was just the base autograph, right? Yeah, I think it was just the base autograph. Or did you have a question about the team? If you had a question about the team on it, that is the Raiders. There were a bunch of Raiders that came out right in a row. Ruggs was one of those. So, all right, that is it for me tonight. As always, thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate you very much, spending part of your Monday night with me. I hope I'll see you again tomorrow night, or if not then, sometime soon. In the meanwhile, enjoy your week ahead. Stay safe and happy and healthy, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye now.